Murren, a tiny Swiss ski resort in the shadows of the mighty Jungfraueneiger Mountains. Home to the Inferno, the oldest ski race in the world, and with 1,850 amateur racers taking part, one of the largest. From early morning till late afternoon, one intrepid skier flies out of the starting gate every 12 seconds.
It's the longest world race for publics, not professional, and the oldest and the longest and the hardest, the infernalist.
Every year a further 1,000 wannabe racers miss out on accreditation as there are simply not enough hours in the day. So what is the big attraction?
It's just the adrenaline rush and the excitement of doing the race. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't know anything like it. It just really gives you a buzz. It's scary and it's exciting at the same time. And put two together and it's just great.
Sort of amateur skiers love to think they can race, and we all can to varying standards. But I think it's a classic race. It's, you know, it can be at its full length. It's 18 kilometres, and it has so many challenges in it. There are very fast parts where you can hit pretty high speeds, all but World Cup speeds. There's the odd climb. There's some bits where you've really got to make sure you get the turns right, otherwise you lose a lot of speed into the slower flats.
And in that sense, it's not so much of a downhill ski race as an endurance test. The long traverses and uphill sections mean you need to be in peak physical condition to seriously compete, as it is in these slower sections where the race is won or lost.
I think the most important things is the long traverse. When you have a good ski with a good wax on it, you have to bring a good time there. And the second good important thing, it's the uphill. When you have the power in your arms, then you have to win the race.
And perhaps the secret of its appeal is that for a $70 race fee, anyone can take part.
So you don't have to be a professional, it's for all amateurs, and it's for every guy, for you, for me, it's a good thing when you can one time in a year in a professional piste go race down.
So here we are in the start gate of the legendary Inferno. And a tradition almost as old as the race itself is that every racer, before you go through the gate, has a swig of Inferno schnapps. And I'm going to need all the help I can get. Oh, firewater.
The winning time today was 7.5 minutes, yet the real winner is Murren itself. In an age where smaller ski resorts are finding their very existence under threat, it's vital to have a USP, and they don't come any hotter than the Inferno.
We can make very excellent marketing with this winter event, so it's important for the village.
They're completely entwined because at the stage they have this parade with burning the devil and the cowbells, and everybody, you look around the street tonight, everybody's got their horns on, and it's as you say, it's completely part of the village life and culture and character.
The resort itself has only 1,500 tourist beds, so with 1,850 racers and over 3,000 spectators, many guests have to stay down in the valley. It's one of the busiest weeks of the season, and the good news for local businesses is it takes place in the middle of January, normally the hardest period of the season to sell.
We're absolutely full at the moment. We make maybe about $100,000 turnover during that week, and this compares to a very, very good peak week in the season. Maybe a low season without the Inferno would be maybe 60% less.
And with most visitors spending nearly $1,000 per head over the weekend, it's not just the hotels who are cashing in.
It's one of our biggest weeks, along with Christmas, New Year and the February holidays. It's probably one of our busiest weeks of the season.
Which is surprising for a January weekend.
It's great for us. It helps us a lot with because it's a little bit quieter in January. The previous week was very quiet.
What's more, the Inferno has spread the name of Murren far and wide. This year saw participants from 21 different countries, including skiers from New Zealand, Singapore and Tunisia. But how did it get its unusual name?
That was the English guys in 1928. They walk up and look this piece, look this Kanonenrohr, and they said, "Oh, that's an Inferno, that race, like an Inferno." Yeah. And that's the name from the first day on. Yeah.
And it's certainly not for the faint-hearted.
It's not like it's sort of objectively scary, but it's subjective. It's subjectively scary. It's how scary you make it. So I was very tense and nervous, and also afraid of being rubbish, but which I almost certainly was. But it was an extraordinarily elevating experience.
It's not just elevating for the racers, but for the resort itself, as the Inferno gives Murren the firepower to be right up there with the big boys. Summit very special indeed.